welcome to the Standpoint. This is one of the most exciting programs for me because it's about celebration. And today we are talking about 50 years of GTP. I'm sure from the beginning of the year, you've heard me say it over and over again. 50 years of GTP, still timeless, styling the nation, clothing the nation, and making us proud. Especially when you watch international walkways and you see people wearing GTP and you say that, yeah, dear. It is our own, and you feel so proud of it. And today I have some queen mothers here I'll introduce to you very, very soon, and some very notable people who will tell us the GTP story. And I have the right man who will also tell us how GTP over the years, past 50 years, has been creating businesses for Ghanaian women especially, has been clothing us, styling us, and making us proud Ghanaians and Africans wherever we go. Today you can see GTP is so versatile. I mean the cloth. Today it's my dancing kind. If you check my hinima, yes, it's GTP cloth. And we are styling. My name is Gifty Auntie, and I take this opportunity to also invite you to Edumasa next week Saturday. That's the 26th of March. Easter Saturday. If you missed our wedding and you're upset with me, this is the time for you to come. It's my husband, so Keshiri and Sakwal's 5th anniversary as a chief, and that will also be the grand deba where I will be introduced as Oheneyere to the people of Edumasa. It's going to be exciting. All the chiefs and queens of Akwemu will be there. Come and see culture. Yeka amamria. Akwemfo yene de buy see me fancy woman 10 akwemhwe ne odo aye me sa na tie. We'll take a short break. When we come back we'll be talking.
Hush, my little baby.
For babies' tummy pains, minor digestive upsets, or teething, caring mothers everywhere use Auntie Mary's Baby Gripe Mixture. It's quick, effective, and sure to leave babies smiling again in no time. Auntie Mary's Baby Gripe Mixture from Ennis Chemist, because everyone needs a chemist.
Welcome back to the Standpoint. Let me say thank you to GTP for my cloth. Yes, as always, for the past 3 years they've been sponsoring us, and I've been wearing GTP. Right. Let me also say thank you to Paba Cosmetics for the makeup product and Aligina Makeover. They apply the makeup for us. My beads, my ahinima, the beautiful wooden pieces here. It's by Matilda Hood Couture. MHC. They are at trade fair. Anytime you need them, just go there. This program is also aired on ABN TV on Sky Channel 235, which is across Western Europe, parts of Canada, and Asia. And I have with me in the studio the Director of Marketing, GTP. He is Mr. Stephen Bedu. Welcome to the Standpoint.
Thank you, Henry.
Good to have you here.
Thank you.
50 years of GTP. Yes, what I know is creating businesses and clothing the nation. But what is the real story of GTP?
Well, thank you once again, Ohiniri. And on behalf of GTP, I want to thank you very much for the honor done us to be here. It's a privilege.
It's a privilege for us as
Thank you very much. Yes, GTP is 50 years, and we are excited, we are privileged, and we are grateful to God for bringing us this far.
Right.
It's been it's a good journey.
Right.
We've got ups and downs. And indeed, if anybody knows the history of Ghana, you notice Ghana has gone through a lot, politically, economically. And in all these things, the history of GTP also sort of mirrors the trends, the political, economic trends of this country.
Right.
From 1966, when the first president, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, actually is the one who engineered the establishment of GTP. And so he commissioned it, I think, on 17th January 1966.
Okay.
Not long, quite long that he was overthrown.
A week before my birthday.
Something like that. Okay, so Kwame Nkrumah did this, and we are extremely grateful
Right.
and thankful to him for his vision.
Right.
And why did Nkrumah do this? He did this because prior to the establishment of this factory, he noticed Ghanaians, I mean, we were importing fabrics from mostly Holland.
Okay.
And so I think he decided to have a discussion with the management of Vlisco and UAC then to have a factory set up here.
Okay.
So they established this factory in Tema, and the sole aim is for the import substitution
Okay.
of the fabrics. And so we started producing in 1966, and
Wow.
we've never closed the factory all these past 50 years. It's been a good
How
time.
have you managed to do that? Because as you said, there's been ups and downs.
Yeah. I think all credit goes to quite a number of factors, but the credit goes to the resilience of the management of the company. And by the management, I'm talking of the Vlisco, Unilever. They actually manage this factory up to now.
Right.
Even though in terms of shareholding, it's made up of the Ghana government, Vlisco Group,
Right.
and I think one other shareholder.
Right.
But the management have done a yeoman's job. The workers have done a yeoman's job in holding the factory till now. You noticed in the 80s, there were about 13 or so textile factories in Ghana.
Yeah.
As we speak today, we're left about 2 or 3 factories.
Right.
Because it's been a very challenging environment to operate, such a manufacturing concern. But we've been able to hold ourselves up till now. And I want to say thank you to all Ghanaians. Anytime you buy a piece of GTP, what you are doing is that you are keeping our heart beating.
Right.
And thank you to all Ghanaians. Thank you to everyone who's really held us up to this point.
Okay.
Indeed, we've created a number of businesses for a number of Ghanaians, not just us as staff,
Right.
but a number of our designers, a number of our trade partners. And on this note, and I'm happy the president of the Queen Mothers Market Association is here, I want to say thank you to our loyal consumers. Indeed, many of our trade partners have been with us over these 50 years. Their grandmothers started it, they passed them to their mothers, and now they are holding the fort.
Right.
And chances are that they will pass it on to their daughters.
Right.
That has really kept us going till now. So we've created businesses for a number of creative people in the arts.
Right.
If you come to GTP, almost all the designs you see were
Right.
created by Ghanaians. Students
Okay.
from tech, students from the polytechnics who sit to create these designs. That's all
Right.
they do. And so quite a number of the graduates from our universities are employed, and they create all these designs,
Right.
put them together to
Right.
print what
You
we
know,
see
my,
today.
my passion for GTP, and I must say that if nothing at all, for the past 19 years, I've been wearing GTP
Sure.
because
GTV.
I started from GTV as a news presenter in 1997.
Wow.
And we've been wearing GTP cloth. When I, left GBC and I came here, I started wearing GTP for the Standpoint as well before I left GTV and I came here. So it's been very consistent. And another thing that makes me passionate about it is the recent documentary, the 50th anniversary, which we'll be showing during the course of this program as well, is the number of women who are heading institutions or departments at GTP.
Sure.
What's the gender agenda in there?
Well, GTP, we are gender sensitive. And so, yes, women play a very important role as far as GTP is concerned.
Right.
And we're extremely grateful for Ghanaian women and indeed West African women.
We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll be talking more about that. Let me say thank you to our sponsors. That's Anointed Electrical Engineering Services, the Generator Expert, and Auntie Mary Gripe Water, and Next Coffer Black Tonic, produced by NS Chemist. Thank you to Gogot Yogurt for the refreshment, Pilco Daily Fruit Juices, and Awake Purified Water, produced by Casa Preco Company Limited. Any bottle of Awake mineral water you buy, they give 1 cedi, 1 peso, I beg your pardon, 1 peso to the National Cardiothoracic Center to support the fund. Our website, www.thestandpoint.com.gh, is powered by Dream Oval. Anytime you miss any program, you go there and you will have a review. Thank you to Yep Cleaning Services, Matamis. They give us the port. We'll be back.
is Nescofa. Today our topic is anemia. Anemia is a medical condition where there is lack of iron in the blood. Symptoms may include headaches, weakness, loss of appetite, and tiredness.
Nescofa Blood Tonic is fortified with iron, prevents and treats anemia, and ensures good health. Another quality product from NS Chemists.
In 1966, Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah's vision of creating a homegrown textile industry as an alternative to importation came to fruition. GTP was born and has since remained the authentic Ghanaian fabric.
You know, this business mainly done by women. And if you look at the current crop of customers that we have, they just didn't start the business. They started from their grandmother, the grandmother handed it over to their mother, and now it's with them in this generation. So there's a kind of loyalty that we have with our consumers.
Me need it before a juma very long time. That time 78, me name mama, and then a juma no kumase. And sana me batema, abeto asoha.
Looking at the design, creativity plays a very important role in that area, and we achieve this through the caliber of employees that we have, with the kind of software that they use, the skills that they have plays a very important role in all the designs that we bring out to the market.
The textile industry is a hotbed replete with counterfeits, and in order to maintain the integrity of its creation and empower consumers, GTP has gone the whole 9-yard to initiate the authentication scheme. Oga, GTP believes in youth development. Consistently, they provide opportunity for tertiary level students to gain industry experience through internships. As part of its corporate social responsibility, GTP makes annual donations of bed sheets to health facilities and orphanages in the country. 5 decades of creating colorful fabrics with quite a huge workforce should have some significant impact on the economy.
Despite the difficult challenges the manufacturing sector is going through now, GTP will still be around in 50 years.
It's been 50 years of clothing the nation, and in moving into the future, GTP is poised to make life even more beautiful every day. Join us, celebrate a great Ghanaian brand. GTP, still timeless.
All right, welcome back. Yes, we're still talking 50 years of GTP, still timeless, still styling the nation. And I have with me some queen mothers and a chief, yes, a female chief. And I'd like to introduce them before we get talking. To my immediate right, I have the beautiful Nana Tia Ampem Dakwa. Mare Hima Aprede Ekiapem. Next to her, I have my own traditional godmother. Very beautiful, very traditional, and very, very wise woman, you know. No one say. She is Nana Obesebia Abrefi Koto Agona Hima Akwemufi. Next to Nana Obesebia, yes, you know, and I get all that when I hear the female chiefs. She is Nana Esonya Kong the first, Dompia Hene of Brekusu. Yes, she's Ohene the first of Brekusu. And then my own ever faithful. Oh, after this, please put your hands together for her before. You know, since we started the standpoint and she came on the standpoint, there hasn't been a single event that we've organized and we've invited her that she turned down. From the walk, from women called to worship, to our special programs, this amazing woman comes to stand by us every time. And I'm so grateful to her. She's Honorable Messina Afrowa Nijan, Queen of Market, President of Greater Accra Market Women Association. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let me start with you, Auntie Mercy. Manye, when we talk about GTP, you've been in the market for many years. Actually, you were a teacher, became a market woman. What can you tell us about how it has helped the women in the market?
Thank you very much, my sister. I will start by saying, as president, I came with my secretary, PRO, and Queen Mothers from other markets. Other Braka market is here. Other markets are also here with me.
Right.
So thank you very much for the opportunity. I will just say happy birthday to GTP.
Thank you.
For being 50 years.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Anyway, the association is older than them because we are 55 years now.
Okay.
Big sisters.
Yes, so you are big sisters, yes.
So we are very, very happy with GTP.
Yeah.
GTP. Because we call them Jasufuo, Enmia, and Jasufuo and Tuaswo. Because GTP is such a cloth that if you are a market woman and you trade in GTP, that is cloth, during those days, then you are in heaven. It's the highest item that usually is sold on the markets. And the women are very proud to trade in textiles. And formerly, the big market women that make names from Kruma time were most of the people who were selling GTP, and they made it. They made it big. Now their designs are superb.
I know, right?
New designs, new. I think they are very superb. It was just recently when they started troubling us, then we became annoyed with them. But you see, their case is genuine.
Right.
We do support them. But it's only the way and manner they do it that we are not comfortable with.
Okay.
Because we will not sit down in Ghana as market women who want to support the country and want our children and sisters and brothers to get jobs to do, to let companies in Ghana collapse. We support them fully. But our concern and our stand is there are so many avenues that GTP can stop the coming in of the pirated goods.
Right.
We, as market women, don't want them in the markets because it is not only cloth that they sell at the market.
Okay.
So, on behalf of market women of Greater Accra, Jasufuo ewa Ghana nyina Asante region bebia bebia ya tontuma ya GTP ena ho GTP ye temamai ndomo jalan fe na ya Ghana ne ihame afishiapa.
Nana.
Yes. GTP afishiapa se mwanya 50 years.
That was it.
Nyame entumu kwa ya mumamu. GTP entuma bia oba bia ni ho a okwa aware a ebi ni ne nuema mu ebi ni mu anche se unsun oba a ese nkwa aware nti kakra me kan wa GTP ho ne me damase
na obisi bia
na me kan se GTP mama Fishiapa Ghana man ayemme attitude yina ya mama Fishiapa ye damasen soronko mu ye company bia Ghana de won ho to so ya mu ni enhwammo na montama kora ye kumi ye oba pa montama ni bidin oba pa eye feyiye na mpese me ka hye yan ahemiafo wo Ghana man nyina ne se enye se ye be dresse na yentumi fa GTP nhye bia wo kente ase eye feyiye sa wo hwe na afra kuma wa kwamfie ye hema panyina ono odressa GTP eye fekeke Ghana hema wadi benyansafo oba odonipa 70 years wa chewe gwaso ti GTP ye invite mo makochi
she became a queen mother at the age of 18.
Yes. And she's 70 now.
She's 70 now. Wow. Yes. She became a queen at the age of, so she's been a queen mother for 52 years. Yes. 52 years. Now, before I go back to Nana Obisebia. Nana. Minim say adia ba ko eda wakoma se ne sesia na mbia no. esiso the way ye dressy, the way ye fire home senior, we handle ourselves. Not the way ye kasan, ye can GTP so near kamamre.
Sisi ne wo Ghana ni say, wo shi opehene, wo ni me pa choka. Ebi na wo hia bribi wo ni bi. Na wa no kasa wo be bu afi wa no no, e na be ma opehene bi wa boya wo. Me pa mo chaw Ghana nketesia. Atare na mo sha. Mo ya masanga eda mo ha. Wo se wiase mu akete sia. Kata wo ho sie. Sana etenen ba yenim na wofu na me ye wo fie no so mesra mo se mo ma be dress no woriko baby a na wori beguma mo hwa asa na won apue akola bi wa mo de na ko school ye borofo school sa oni mama mere biara opue na atare dan ha ni nika dan ha so mo hwehwe ogu no paaman mesra mo ma ye ntu ye mafo asa na ye apue afa ye nufi onyankopon boy se nkola menum womenum o no wonyan supa won fanyin nufu ya dibribi asra ho ya dibribi aye ho gon na tetew baabi nufu de ankan tetew ho eye nyame abode kese a ode ade ahyem se ye we a ye fa ma mofranum afede tetew ho ntigana ma mesra mo ma ye nko baabi nkokope baabi so amamere nti mpamochawo yam pagina mo so makan mo hwe na factory bia niama tosin wo momu ya wo Yesu din mu amen
Nanatia, before you come in, Mr. Bedu, isn't it interesting that, as Nana Bisibia said, they went to school without paying school fees, yet they were trained, they were groomed. We went to school, paying school huge, but we come back, and even now they are paying worse. I mean, huge amounts of, but they come back, and you wonder, what did they go to school to do?
I think it's a challenge. We need to have our educational system train us to be confident in ourselves and to believe in what we have and take what we have and make it better.
Right.
We tend to just look at elsewhere, mostly the Western part, and they just pick whatever is there and define it as modernity and just go by that without questioning, without asking ourselves if it's relevant to our situation. And that is a big challenge we all need to confront. And for those of us in leadership position now, in position of influence, we need to be able to drive that agenda,
right?
You know, and do things better,
right? Maria Hima. Of Aprede Kiapim.
Oh. I know you know why I'm laughing.
I know, right?
Well, thank you very much for inviting me here today. This is my first time of meeting you personally. And with my first experience with GTP was in secondary school, actually. Nifa Secondary School. This very cloth is our official cloth.
Oh, I see.
Yes. So okay. I know it very, very well, and I still have it in my box.
Wow.
Because we have our old school reunion that we do sometimes. So sometimes we wear it or we take it to show that hey, we're part of the school.
Yeah. Right.
So I have it, and I say that was my first time I wore GTP. Nana Obesebia is my godmother as well. So before I became a queen mother, I won Miss Tourism. I participated in Miss Ghana, and before I won Miss Tourism 2011. Okay. And she said before I even come to her house, I should wear a cloth. and before you wear that cloth, you should make sure that it is a proper cloth. You can create anything you want with GTP. It is colorful, beautiful, attractive. Anything you want, you can create with GTP.
Well, the start phone is sponsored by Anointed Electrical Engineering Services, the generator expert. We are also sponsored by NS Chemist, they produce anti-Mary gripe water, and Nescofa. Thank you to GTP for my cloth. As always, Matilda Hood-Kutu takes care of my BD needs. Today, as I told you, for this season, I've been wearing Ahinema throughout. So they designed that as well. Thank you to Gogot Yogurt Pilco fruit juices, Awake purified water, Matamit Yap cleaning services, catering services, House of Foods, Cake Technique, and of course, Matamis. When we come back, I'll tell you a bit more. Don't forget, next week, Saturday, the 26th of March, we are going to Idumasa for the big event. Oyakesha and Sakwa's 5th anniversary and my official introduction as Ohene Yure, or the wife of Idumasa Hene. Our special guest of honor is going to be the Akwemu Hene, or Dinahukwa Afrakoto the third, and Akwemu Hima, Her Royal Highness Nana Afrakuma. They are going to be there. All the Queen Mothers you see today are going to be many more. You are going to see Akwemu tradition. If you thought you saw some tradition during my marriage, during my wedding, you ain't seen nothing yet. You have to come to Idumasa. We'll be back.
There is this new generator set we would like to introduce to you in this era of power outages.
I hope this time around you're going to give us something better.
Yes. Let's go out and have a test run.
Call this box a generator? Get a quality one from Anointed Electrical Engineering Services.
Come to Anointed Electrical Engineering Services for a permanent solution to your power problems. We do 24/7 after sales service, sales of spare parts for all generators and cables, and we repair all generators even if you didn't buy from us. Locate our head office at number 77 Anointed House off of Dokomala Main Road. Anointed, the generator experts.
Back to the standpoint. Again, I say thank you to all those who've been sponsoring us for all these years, especially GTP. Now, before we went for break, Mr. Vedu, we were talking about the various brands that you have now.
Sure.
4 of them now.
Yes.
The Instroma,
New Style, Safwa, and Adipa.
Yes. Okay. Now, what's the difference?
Well, the difference has to do with the various categories of consumers we have. So the idea is to give consumers what they really want and need. If we begin with Adipa is targeted at the true wax consumer. These are the very old designs. The designs are classic in nature. The colors are not very bright. What I'm wearing, for example, is an Adipa. You know, it's quite toned down.
Right.
And mostly it's targeted at elderly people.
Right.
They don't want the bright and the younger ones like the new style.
Right.
You know, they want the classic designs. This is hand block, handmade. So this is printed with hand. So it's like a craft.
Wow.
And indeed, all over the world, I don't think there's any factory in the world that still does this craft. We are the only ones who do it. And
this is handmade, not machine produced.
It's no, apart from the wax, the printing, which is done with real wax. The actual designs and colors is handmade.
Right.
So this Adipa, and from the name Adipa simply means something of value. Something of great value.
Okay.
And so because of that, this is unique. The designs are very different and unique. And then we have the new style. The new style is for the younger generation. It's colorful, bright. That is machine made. It's not handmade.
Right.
But the designs are also not. They are not classic designs. They are new designs. And you know, we just keep churning out.
Right.
And it's for a reason. For younger generation who said, we don't want what my grandmom or my mom used to wear. And so this is meant for the younger generation, or anybody young at heart, anybody who wants something bright.
Right.
And then we have the safua, what you are wearing. The safua is a basic wax print.
Right.
The colors are, it's a one color job, as you are wearing, it's an indigo.
Right.
And we have various color range. Okay, so for people who want simple, not complicated stuff. Okay.
Right.
And then we have the instrument. Instrument is mostly the black for funerals.
Right.
And for institutions. So institutional wear, people like churches, schools, who want to have their own special designs, we bring them under the instrument label. Okay. So that's the difference.
Okay. This is Achichidechi.
Good, correct.
And then we have Nyansapo and all.
As you said,
Pankasa and all that.
Yes.
How do you come by the name? Because I hear it's the women who give the names, not you. The GTP.
Exactly so. And I want to use this platform to thank our women, our queen mothers, and particularly the market queen mothers.
Okay.
They come up with these names. We never give the names.
Okay.
If we create the designs, people just out of their own creative mind create something.
Right.
And then the women look at it, and for example, what you are wearing is, this thing looks like the tortoise back. Then give it a chichidichi. And it has worked magic, because come to think about it, it's difficult to describe the fabric, especially to someone who can't read and write. How would you, even though we label them and they're numbered, but once you remove the label, it's difficult to tell, to describe it to a third party. So the naming has helped.
Right.
So they give the name, they look at the design, they look at the environment, and then give it a name.
Right.
For example, there is one design which is really making waves now. They call it Awari Anytime. I should have worn that dress. I'll give you to one.
Awari Anytime. You have to give me one.
I have to give you one.
Because I'm a clear example of Awari Anytime.
You know, it's a design which has, it's the symbol like a clock in it. Okay. And I think they look at it and nice name, Awari Anytime. So I asked the woman, the first time I heard it, why did you give it this name? He said, well, it's because a lot of our young people put a lot of pressure on them. Go and marry, you are growing old, go and marry. So it's a way of telling people, please, especially the ladies, don't rush.
Don't rush, take your time.
And marry the right person.
Right.
And have your peace of mind. And so, and it's making waves. And that's how the names come about. And we, as I said, I'm grateful to our market women.
You know, you were telling me an interesting story. You know, we have GTP.
Yes.
The Nigerians have the Ankara.
We call it Ankara.
Ankara.
Yes.
You know, yet, but is the same? Is it the same?
It's the same. Let me tell you the history. The word Ankara is a corrupted form of Accra. The Nigerian women value GTP so much, they would always travel to Accra to buy GTP. Those days from UAC to now. And so, because they can't pronounce Accra well, they call it Accra cloth. So really, it's corrupted as the Ankara. That's how the name came about.
Wow.
So it goes to reinforce the importance the Nigerians especially place on GTP. And indeed, a bulk of our volume is sold in Nigeria. Nigeria, Togo, Benin.
Yeah.
They place a lot of value on GTP. Yes.
Now, back to what the markets president of the Markets Women Association said earlier. How are you dealing with the battle of the influx of imitations and fake fabrics? How is that worrying the industry?
Definitely, that is a big challenge, and we're dealing with it for GTP a number of ways. What dear Queen Mother said, it's true. There's a task force that goes to various markets to seize pirated products. And to be frank, it is not a GTP task force. It is a national task force set up by the Ministry of Trade and Industry. Together with all the other players, Printex, ATL, we all have representatives. And actually, even the Textiles Importer Association, they have reps on this task force.
Right.
The idea is that they go to various places and then seize. We've had a complaint, and it's well taken.
Right.
And I, in particular, I always insist that if you have to seize to, let's go for the big fishes.
Right.
Not the retailers.
Those okay.
All right. And by the big fishes, I mean there are people who import this in containers.
Containers.
Most of the time, they bring it into the warehouses. And so you notice, madam, if you would realized of late, when we started, true, we were going to the very retail tabletop.
Right.
Now that has sort of gone down, we're targeting the warehouses where these big players are. That is just one small aspect of how we are fighting this battle. For us in GTP, what we've decided to do now is that we know there are people who genuinely want to buy the original GTP products. But the problem is they find it difficult to tell the original from the fake ones.
Yeah.
So what we've done now is to put a special label or sticker on every GTP product, such that when you buy, you scratch it, and with the use of your phone, you text, there's a 12-digit code.
Right.
Just text to 1393.
Right.
1393 on all networks.
Right.
And it's still free. You are not charged.
Right.
And within seconds, it will tell you if what you bought is a genuine product or not. So it's one way of helping consumers, or actually empowering consumers, to be able to determine if what they're buying is genuine.
Right.
We do know that there are those who really don't mind. They will still go buy because of the price.
Right.
And one of the biggest challenges we have is everybody says, your prices are too high.
Yeah.
Why can't you
do something
about it? To be frank with you, we do something about it. And every time we have to increase price, I can tell you it's a lot of pain. Those of us in management, we don't delight at all in doing so. But the challenges we find ourselves in operating in Ghana, I'm yet to find one industry or one product made in Ghana which is more price competitive compared to what is brought in from Far East. There's a reason, because manufacturing in this environment, it's a difficult environment. From cost of borrowing to utility cost to its reliability to our level of productivity as a people. So many factors work against us. And so at the end of the day, you find that your cost of production is always high.
Right.
Which makes it difficult for you to price at the price where it will be competitive to many people.
Right.
But I can guarantee people who buy GTP that yes, we may be slightly more expensive, but you are buying value and quality.
Right.
That I can guarantee.
Yeah. What are some of the programs lined up for the 50th anniversary?
Well, a number of programs. To start with, we did a launch I think on 19th. We want to celebrate this anniversary with Ghanaians and as many people as possible. And so we would be visiting a number of institutions. One of them will be like Tema General Hospital. We want to be able to associate with particularly our mothers. We went to for instance, the labor ward recently, and it's nothing to write home about.
Please, I beg you one thing. Please change their nets for them.
Exactly.
It's terrible.
No, I didn't know you've been there.
I've been there. I go there often to visit.
I was there 2 weeks ago, and I said, wow. It's not a place you want to sleep for a day or two after you've given birth, after going through so much labor pain. So yes, we like to do something about it, but as I said, at the appropriate time, we would let the world know. We want to do something with our children as well, the education. We want to see what we can do to take just one school or so, and then facilitate the school, which again, we will let the world know about. But before then, about 3 years ago, we started a project where we go to public hospitals and then we look at their bed sheets. In fact, many of the bed sheets patients sleep on. It's terrible. And so what we decided
to do... it makes your sickness worse.
I don't want to say that. And so we've done a project where every year we give out bed sheets free of charge to a number of hospitals. As we speak, in the past 3 years, we've visited 15 public hospitals. We've given out over 2,000 bed sheets and pillowcases. And the idea is to be able to expand it and make at least the bed on which patients sleep more hygienic and better looking. So that's a project we are undertaking.
Wow.
Of course, the climax is going to be in June. We would extend these celebrations to maybe the Ashanti region and the Western region, at least 2 other parts, so that it's not just like an Accra event. We would also be involving consumers from between July and September. The idea is to run a special thank you promotion where we will reward our loyal consumers. Anybody who buys GTP, I mean, you stand a chance of getting something special for staying with us all these years. And so we want to involve as many people as possible. I think this is just about it for...
Now, and to prove to you that the standpoint is very special, and when we invite you to come to be part of the audience, you have to come. Now, GTP has actually made new designs, and this is, you won't get it on the market to buy.
No.
It's special for the anniversary. And because of the Edincredible talks about the tradition, modernity, and everything, and the colors, the gold, and this is silver. Silver kind of purple, you know,
and
beautiful.
Silver makes some black to makes it look like it's purple.
Exactly. Yeah. So my audience, each and everyone in the audience is getting one piece. And my audience here are going to be the first people to have access to this. The special anniversary cloth. It's not out. Nobody has seen it. Nobody has one. But my audience, my queen mothers, and my people, don't worry, crew, you also get some, okay? They are all getting some. So, well, too bad. So, I mean, thank you very much for this. It's really, really beautiful. Really, really beautiful. Thank you so much. Well, Mr. Bedu, thank you so much from the standpoint. We are really grateful, you know, for sponsoring us all these years and clothing us, because as you can see, production is very expensive. Something that, it's just the money is not coming. But then if I didn't have this, I would have used money to go and buy, to sew it. So your sponsorship is really appreciative. And we hope and pray that your partnership with us has also been beneficial to GTP. To GTP. All right. Thank you so much. Happy anniversary. I take a break. When I come back, I'll give you a bit of me. I'm sure you know by now, one of my favorite saying is that God has a sense of humor. For a long time, most of you know me to love my beats, to love my African prints, and tie my duku. The secret has been very simple. When I started appearing on TV 19 years ago, I didn't come from a home that I could afford the Western clothes and the suits. Now the beats, because I have what my father used to call a sikafoyare. When I wear something that is not pure gold or silver, I get the rashes. And sister couldn't afford that. So I had to take to my beats. With time, it became synonymous with me. Of course, it got to a point where I thought that mabaso. So I went into the suits and all that. But it didn't last. I went back to my first love. Let's feel proud of our own. My ladies, let us go back. Our mothers had something beautiful. We can use it. We can turn it around. Let us enjoy our own. Anyway, don't forget, 26th of March, that's next week Saturday. Come to Edumasa, come and see culture. But please, whatever you do, don't let us lose our tradition. We have a beautiful thing. We have a beautiful thing going. So please, let us stick to it. If we've lost it, let's go back for it. Thanks for watching. See you same time next week. Bye for now.